family. Happy Thursday. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to pull up the names on the screen and then we'll get started. Also, I found this at Dollar Tree today. I thought it was fun to kind of potentially add. Has 6 different like things on them, so we can maybe use this for people's readings in the future. Alrighty, I'm letting the screen load. So we'll start off with fashion destination. So you want messages from Jason regarding his current feelings for you. All right, let's see. We have, yes, I do want to be with you. My band-aid's trying to come off. I may have to put some tape on it. I hear a million voices in my head telling me the things I should have said. So this person, I'm hearing them kind of repeat over and over again, you know, because the next card that came out is I'm not ready to settle down. So maybe this was something that they said or were showing, but deep down inside, that's not exactly what they felt. They wanted something different. Like they wanted to say, yes, I do want to be with you, but they ended up saying, no, I'm not ready. Hey, Secrets Beyond the Tarot. Hey, Happy Summer. Hey, Jenna. Perfect timing, right? All right, let's see what else we have. We have, I'm not sure if I feel the same way I once did. I see my future when I look into your eyes. I know I keep giving you mixed signals. I know I could be hot and cold. I'm so lost right now. I'm confused. Let's get one more. And we can kind of talk about that a little bit more, the different messages. We have, I'm learning to open my heart. So yeah, I definitely feel like with these cards here, this gives us the vibe that they're, what they thought before definitely has changed. So, you know, when they were nervous, they may have just said like, oh, you know, I'm not ready to settle down. Oh, I just want something casual. Or like even just those like, you know what, she's not into me like that. You know, it's not that big of a deal. But deep down inside, they know that they do see a future and they look into your eyes. They know that they do want to be with you. And they're learning to open up their heart because they're realizing like the more they allow fear to take over, the less love that they'll have in their life in terms of like this connection in a sense. You know, like when you are fearful, when you are resistant, you push things away. So then you don't get the one thing that you do want. So I feel like this person is in this space where they realize like, okay, I can't keep giving out mixed signals because if I keep giving out mixed signals, I'm going to receive mixed energy. I'm going to receive mixed results. So I feel like they're in this space of kind of like, you know, figuring out like what exactly do I need to do to really show, to receive the results that I really want overall, if that makes sense. Bottom of the deck we have, I don't know why I let you go. So this person may have been like, you know, to themselves for a while. And it, like I said, being resistant to a connection or, you know, being in the space of like wanting to hide, but not really wanting to do like their ego is making them hide, but their soul wants them to reveal themselves, basically. I'll get you one romance stars card, and then we'll be done with the reading. We have freedom. When we can be our truest selves, we are then able to freely love. It's like, not that once again, that restriction energy that I was picking up on. So like once they really let that go, they're able to fully love and be loved and not be afraid to connect with you. Okay. So that's what I have for your question, fashion destination. Alrighty, up next is Arminta, and I'll add you to the list as well, Red Nappy Summer. Red Nappy Summer. You're welcome, fashion destination. Alright. Arminta, and you said whatever comes out. I don't know why I'm getting excited for your reading, Arminta. So let's see what comes out. Okay, one of the cards fell on the floor. Okay. I don't think this card has come out before for me. So that's fun. All right. Let's start off with these 3 cards here. So we have number 3, yield, which is patience. Thank you, Jenna. One of them came off, unfortunately. Number 20, mirror reflection. And number 44, firefly wonder. So just in terms of like the messages that I'm picking up here with these cards, I feel like it's definitely telling you you're doing a good job right now of like being patient and just kind of practicing. Okay, Carrie, I'll add you to the list as well. Make sure I put your name down. Okay. But you're doing a good job of being patient and kind of letting things show up for you at the time that they're meant to, right? Because we have those moments where we want things to just kind of happen on our terms, but actually it might be better if they don't because we're ready for it just yet, or maybe there's some other things that needs to happen. Hey, Diana, that needs to happen in order for us to fully receive the blessings and the gifts that are here for us. And so, Spirit is definitely saying that your patience and this period of this stillness is great for you to enjoy this period of reflection, this period of observation, right? And knowing that as you, how to word this, as you are patiently undergoing different situations in your life, you will start to experience more wisdom, more guidance, unlocking unlocking doors to get you to spaces and places and other experiences a lot easier, right? And also know that when the yield signs, when we see it in like traffic, when you're driving, it's all about allowing you finding the, how to word this, you're going into the flow of things without changing it in a sense of where it's drastic, right? Because typically when cars are yielding on an expressway or on an exit or off an exit or something, it's not that all the cars freak out and everybody messes up. It's more so like, okay, let me adjust myself so I can fit into this flow that's already here, right? Or if you are the person that's already there, it's like, let me adjust myself so I can allow this car to come in safely. So finding ways to allow new things in your life to enter without, stressing yourself out, making room for it, making the space for it, right? So it's kind of like when you think about people who say like, oh, I'm ready for love. But then, the thought of them doing certain things with a partner, it scares them. It's like, are you ready? Really? Are you really ready for it? Because when you are ready for it, you make space for it and you hold space for it versus, blocking it out. And so this is a great time for you to do those things. I also see too with the number 20 card, it's like the disco ball. And it's just saying like, dance. Like really move your body, move your sacral chakra around a little bit more, listening to some good music, having fun, maybe even too, like, have a little mini dance party with your son, like, have fun, listen to music together. Maybe if you're cleaning up the house, like you can dance around and have a good time that way. So that's something that I pick up there with just that disco ball. I'm also seeing too, it's like this energy of you really kind of going within and just like hibernating this thing, distancing yourself from the world, not in a way where you're just like shutting everybody off, but more so like holding more space for yourself and really capturing the idea of like, who am I? Who do I want to become? What things do I want to accomplish, in the next next 5 to 10 years or whatever, right? Like really thinking about those different visions that you have for yourself, giving yourself the grace as you reflect on your life and how far you have come is essential here too. Not beating yourself up for any quote unquote past mistakes that you have made or, decisions that you made in the past, like really being reflective of that and just being careful to, how do I word this? Like just only looking at flaws, right? Because sometimes we can beat ourselves up and just only look at the flaws or whatever, but really those aren't flaws. Those are beautiful aspects of ourselves too. So this is definitely a period for you where you should continue to practice this deep self-care, developing a self-care routine, eat a little bit more profoundly than what you might typically do now and maybe add some more to it or adjust it as needed, right? Because as you do different things, as you heal, as you grow, there's going to be tweaks that need to be made. So, I always said, like in the beginning of my journey, I used to like literally meditate for so long every single day, but now I don't have to do it as much. Like I'll still meditate, but I don't have to do it as long as I did before. And because it's just like, you find other ways to reground yourself. So focusing on that and like literally, it just kind of leads you into the different paths that, that's here for you. And I feel like the numbers 242, so like 2424 will be symbolic for you in some way as well. But yeah, that's what I got for you, Araminta. Maybe that's why I was excited. I like the energy of it. It's very peaceful and relaxing and soothing. That's what I pick up. Let me see if there's any other cards Sherry wants to give out. Look at that, number 18, Destiny. Palm Destiny. See? It's just all about you connecting to your destiny and getting you there, you know, safe and sound, very smoothly, very easily. All right, so that was for our Mentha, and let me add everyone else that donated. Okay. Carrie. Yep, you're still on the list. You're next, Tammy T. That's why you don't see your name. All right, Carrie, Fashion Destination, Cynthia, and then Secrets Beyond the Tarot, Jenna, let me check my email. All right, I think I have, and then I gotta add secrets, and then I think that's it. Secrets Beyond Tarot, Beyond the Tarot. Okay. Alrighty, up next is Tammy T. Let me put your name on the screen. I know you're in here somewhere. I might have to search for it. There we are. All right, Sammy T. First question. What are your coworkers' intentions? Let's see. All right, what are your co-workers' intentions? We got the Goddess of Wands, which is the Queen of Wands, and then the Two of Swords. Then we have the Daughter of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. Let's get one more. And then the Nine of Cups. Okay, so in terms of your coworkers' intentions, I get like a mixed bag here. So I get that some of them have like, more so good intentions when it comes to working with you and just, interacting with you in general. And then I get this mixed bag of like someone comes from a place of, what's the saying? Like, keep your friends closer, but your enemies closer. Not saying that you're their enemy, but more so they look at you as competition in a sense. You could be someone that people just kind of gravitate towards a little bit naturally, just based off like your energy, your appearance. And so that particular coworker that might be intimidated by it or envious of it, they kind of, how do I word this? I could see them being a little shady and a little fake sometimes. So, like they can be around you and be kind of quote unquote friendly, but then behind closed doors, they might say something shady to other people or say something smart. So I would recommend, based on what the cards are saying, the spirit is just like, be mindful of like what you share with them, what you do around them, right? So let's say, I'm trying to think of something. I don't know, let's say you're at work and they're around and, let's say you're half-assing your job or something like that. Like, don't do it around them. Like, even if that is something that you want to do, don't do it around them so they can have something to kind of like build a case against you or, spread or something about you in a sense. And the thing about it is it's just like only one person that you really got to be just mindful of because everybody else seems like they don't have a problem with you. They're fine with getting to know you and all that. But it's definitely something here like this jealousy this person has. And I feel like too, like either a shared supervisor that y'all have or some other person that's kind of like a higher up, they just like you more than they like this person. So they can sense that and they don't like that. But it's not your problem. You can't help it if people like you. All right, the next question. Why do your neighbors have a problem with you? We got the Son of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Goddess of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Pentacles, and then the Ten of Swords. The Lovers, the Magician, and then the Eight of Swords. I don't know why. I feel like these people are just assholes. Like, it doesn't really have much to do with you, per se. I think they're just more so assholes. I also think, too, there's this energy of, like, you just have this aura around you that irritate people that are not in the same league as you, if that makes sense. And I think this is also a great, what Spirit is saying, like this is a great mental test for you in terms of like not letting physical circumstances, not letting people's energies interfere with how you see yourself, how you show up for yourself, how you show up for other people in your day-to-day life. Because when we let other people's opinions and experiences, or not experiences, circumstances kind of get in the way of what we feel and what we think, it shows, right? And it can kind of, I don't want to say mess up the way the plans are, but more so, like, for example, if somebody comes to you and they're like, man, I'm mad about X, Y, and Z, and they got this mean ass attitude and they're rude or disrespectful, it starts to rub off on you if you let it, and if you allow it to. And so then that can interfere with how you enjoy your day. So then you have an attitude, then you're feeling some type of way around people, and so then it's just like this domino effect. So it's like really being able to honestly not give a fuck if they don't like you. Like, I'm not saying that you really care about it, but it's just like, brushing it off like, it is what it is, because I won't be around these people for long anyway. Like, kind of putting yourself in this position where you're just like, oh, this is just temporary, right? Either they're going to leave and I'm going to have the best neighbors ever later, or I'm going to be leaving soon and I'm going to have great neighbors where I don't have to worry about people being very noisy. I get very loud noise complaints with this particular, like, with these neighbors, if that makes sense. What else? What else? Yeah, that's what I get for that. Hey, Red Happy Summer. No, you didn't miss your reading. I didn't put your name back on the list because I'm doing your reading right after hers, or after Carrie's. All right, and then the next one. What will your next relationship be like? What will your next relationship be like? Ooh, that's very interesting. So we got the Five of Swords and the Hermit, and the first message I heard Spirit say was that do not even tell people that you're in this relationship. They're giving me this sense of this protective energy they want you to have over it. So that's the first message that they wanted to share. So now let's like get insight about like what is it going to be like. And a lot of great things, happen when we keep things private. Of course they can happen when we, talk about it with other people, but there's something about keeping it to yourself because it limits the amount of opinions and other energies that can interfere and affect it. So we got the Six of Wands. We have the Six of Pentacles. So I definitely see here with this next relationship, there's a beautiful balance here, right? This will probably be one of the most successful relationships you've ever had up to date. If you're curious to know about the outcome of that, I do see with the beautiful balance of like this give and take, it's healthier than what you've experienced in the past, and it's definitely something that you have been wanting and manifesting and praying for a while. I get that with the Five of Swords, there's definitely this energy of, being very protective of your relationship, but also being mindful that you don't want to be the person that shoots themselves in the foot either, right? So self-sabotage. So don't try to overanalyze certain things. Don't try to overthink as much, right? It's easier said than done, but definitely being mindful and considerate of what the actions this person does and how they show up for you, which it seems like they're going to be doing a great job of that, and not letting your past experiences or fears get in the way of the beauty of this connection. Hey Eva, I'll add you to the list as well. Look at that. We got number 35, not relationships. And I was just saying, like, not letting past relationships and experiences interfere with the new one. And making sure, too, like, you're letting go and you're cutting ties from any old experiences and not letting that interfere with your new relationship when that comes. Of course, there's going to be things you're going to still work through, but do your best to make sure you're not bringing as much weight and as much luggage and baggage to this new relationship, especially if you can work through this stuff now. All right. And then you said your coworker said he liked you. Okay. Let's see. All right, so we got the Seven of Cups and the High Priestess. So, in terms of like them, I think that they just see you as someone that's very attractive, smart. I think it's interesting. I'm looking at this card, the Seven of Cups. She's like, because Seven of Cups is about many different things, but in this card, I'm picking up the energy of options, right? So I don't think that this particular person, this coworker of yours, is your favorite, or like you don't see him as someone that you would date per se, if that makes sense, which is absolutely fine. And plus, too, it seems like you just have your eye on somebody else, not necessarily at the job per se, but it's like your energy is just elsewhere and not really focusing on this coworker. So, I mean, it is what it is. You can't force it. But yeah, that's what I got for the coworker. Alrighty. Okay. You said I'm not feeling a coworker like that. Oh, you don't trust them? Yeah. Well, there you go. I wonder if that could have been the energy of that. Remember, I was saying there's somebody, you know, shady-ish, be mindful of type of vibe. So that could be the person. Okay, let me add everyone to the list that has paid. You're welcome, Tammy T. So I have Carrie, Red Nappy Summer, Fashion Destination, Cynthia, Secrets Beyond the Tarot, Jenna. I think Eva said that she donated as well. I feel like my phone went off another time. So let me check really quick. Make sure I got everybody here. Okay, perfect. If I'm missing you, let me know, and I'm gonna add you to the list. But up next is Carrie. Hello, Carrie. Welcome, welcome. Okay. You wanted to know, will you conceive? Let me go back. Will you conceive early February or late February? That's what I'm assuming, late. What do you mean by that? Okay, let's see. Trying to see what cards I want to use for that question. Let's just do tarot. I actually want to get my tarot cards, so let me grab those. 1 second. Okay, scratch that. I don't know where they are, but I grabbed another deck. Okay, I also got my little timing deck that I made as well. So February is in here. So out of curiosity, let's just see what card comes out. Wouldn't it be crazy if February comes out? All right, let's see what they say. A Soulful Sunday. And then we got a year from now. So that's just for my timing cards, but let's get some tarot as well. So we have the Six of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and then the Four of Swords. Let's get one more. And we got two more. So we got the Moon, and then we got the Seven of Chalices, which is the Seven of Cups. And so in terms of your question, will you conceive early February or late February? Um, I'm getting more of a warmer period. Now, obviously, February can be warm in other places of the world and not where I am currently, but I get more so in the springtime is where I can see you conceiving. It's very interesting that we do have the Soulful Sunday and then we have like a year from now. Let's see. I feel like Spirit is saying, if you were to conceive now, that's totally fine. You know, it's great. But there's something about a year from now where it seems like it's even more in alignment with all of the plans of like your higher self and God and the universe, if that makes sense. So let's say, you have the child, but you conceive a child now, and then, 9 months later, what are we in January? So like later on, towards the very end of the year, basically, the child is born. But if you were to, things are great, smooth, but if you conceive in next year, it's like maybe there's something that makes it like a even better experience, or there's additional help that that could be there for you and support when you conceive, when you have this child. Maybe you're closer to your partner. There's something here that they're saying, like, if you want to conceive a child now, that's absolutely fine, but there's a beautiful surprise a year from now when it's time for you to conceive, if that makes sense. It's like Spirit is saying too, it's like, basically it's up to you, you know, if you want to conceive, this in February of this year. You have full control, but also know that there's a beauty in patience too, right? We can't, there's no perfect time to have a child because you just never know what can come up, right? We can think there's a perfect time to have a child, but I feel like Spirit is saying a year from now it seems more aligned. It's not about perfect time, it's more so the alignment of it. It makes sense, it flows with it. So regardless of when you have the child, it's obviously a blessing, but you have the the ability to choose when you want this to happen for you. So if you feel like this is your time, you're ready for it, then, do your thing. But if you feel like there's some things that you do kind of want to work on or do before you have a child, definitely try to do those things. Life changes when you have children. So if like there's a big trip that you want to take beforehand, or if you want to have one more drunken night before you are pregnant, do it now. And then, when it's time, take a break from it. But that's what I got. Yep. Even with these cards, Ace of Wands and Three of Pentacles, you see how it's like two mixed energies I feel from you. It's like this excitement, like I want to do it now, I would love to conceive now. And then there's this other part where spirit is like, take your time. Like him painting this image of this goddess didn't happen in 2 seconds. It took time, it took patience, you know. And so I feel like they're saying there's so much beauty that's going to come out of this when it kind of just, you let it flow and happen naturally, if that makes sense. All right, so that's what I got for you. I hope that resonated with you. Hey, Bianca. Yes, the list is still open. You're welcome, Carrie. Alrighty. Renappy Summer, your question is, what's up with Bill as far as love and romance goes? Four of Pentacles, the Lovers, Three of Wands, Eight of Wands. It's an interesting vibe that I'm picking up here. I feel like this person, I'm not saying that they're hiding something from you. It's more so like they are selective of what they want to share with you and of how much they want to give. So they could be someone that could be kind of closed off at times, or how to word this. Hold on. Who is this? We're just gonna get rid of you. Okay. Anyway, I feel like in terms of love and romance with this person, it just give me this energy. This person's going to keep you wondering at times because they're not fully emotionally ready to invest. And it's not, it has obviously nothing to do with you. It's just how they're showing up. And so, you know, you can decide if that's something you want to wait around for it until they open up, or if that's something where it's like, okay, we'll just keep it very casual. We'll just be friendly, cordial, whatever. But I won't expect much from this person emotionally, or in a relationship wise, you know, at this time, because they're just not ready to really give that in this moment. I think that if you go into this with this expectation of like, they're going to open up, they're going to do all these things, it could be a letdown because then you're just like waiting for that moment. So kind of just like just doing your thing, going about your life, going about your days. And, you know, if they open up, they open up. If they don't, they don't. Like kind of having it with that attitude and not putting too much energy into it and focus on it. Hey, Love Queen. It's something that I pick up. Let's see what. Let's get some of Cherry's cards. We have real feelings. You share true romantic feelings worth exploring. So I feel like, you know, this person does have feelings for you for sure, but it's like, you know, they have to be in that space of when they're ready to share their romantic feelings that they're feeling for you. And then we also have forgiveness. Allow healing waters to wash away the pain of the past. And it's funny, I have like the water sounds going. So I feel like too, with the forgiveness card, that might happen where they're like, hey, you know, I wasn't ready to really talk about all of my feelings. You know, I've been guarded for many years, but now I'm ready to open up about it, type of vibe. So yeah, that's what I pick up. You know, it's nothing like bad here where it's like, oh, run away. They're a little demon or something. It's more so like, if you want more of emotional connection, you might not get with them right now. And so to avoid being let down or disappointed, don't expect it in a sense of, oh, they're going to start doing it in like a month or two because we're going to keep hanging out and keep doing stuff together. Like, no, more so, I'm going to do my thing and I'm going to live my life, I'm going to also be open to expressing myself. So if you miss them, you can say you miss them, but not having this expectation like, okay, if I tell them I miss them, they're going to miss me too at some point. If I open up, then they're going to open up. Like, not putting so much expectations on it, and just you do what you want to do, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. You said no, he's not your person. I don't want to say he's not your person. I don't know how to word that. He's a contender. Until he shows you more, then maybe he can show you he's your person. But as of now, just take it easy. That's what I would say. All right, Bianca, I'm gonna add you to the list. Back to the cave. I go, no, back to the cave. You go, Red Nappy Summer. That's the thing too. It's like, when we experience people and situations and it doesn't turn out to be what we wanted it to be, it's so easy for us to be like, oh, whoop, there goes that. There I go being cold-hearted again. Here I go back to my cave. It's like, no, don't go back to your cave. Stay out of the cave. Like, that's the point of it. You're going to be able to see things when you're out of it, right? So don't go on there like, man, another one that didn't work out. Like, no, it's like, okay, cool. One more, I'm getting a step closer to the person that's going to work out with. Look, you got to kind of change the narrative in a sense. All right. Let me add Bianca to the list. All right, I'm going to take like maybe 2 more people for tonight, and then I'm going to close the list. Just putting that out there. All right, up next. All right, will Jason open up about his feelings to me? Let us see. Or you know what? Let me actually put your name on the screen. Fashion destination. In case you're not here right now. Okay. You're welcome, Red Nappy Summer. 4 swords. I forgot the question that fast. I know it was something about opening up to you. Will Jason open up his feelings to me? Okay. 4 swords, Princess of Wands. And then the Wheel, and then the Fool. So, let's see. Uh-oh. All right. So I actually do get that this person will open up to you at some point. Now here's the thing. So notice in this card, she has the letter. If you can see it right here, it's a love letter. Then it's a rose, but she doesn't know who sent it. So it's like a secret admirer in a sense, right? And then this beaver thingamabob. It's something about the way it's looking back, kind of like this mysterious, like she'll never know, or like the humans will never know what I did type of vibes. I feel that what they're saying here is that Jason will open up about his feelings with you, but it does come with time. With the Wheel of Fortune, it really comes with this. It's like you get little nuggets of it. So there might be a moment they're opening up to you, like people like drunk text and drunk call people, like, and they just pour their heart out, and then the next day or the next couple of days, if someone brings it up, it's like, what, I said that? Oh, I didn't. I don't know what I was saying that night. So it's kind of like little snippets of that. But then the key is you at some point will receive it when they're fully in a space where they're not afraid to share and show what they're feeling and what they're thinking when it comes to you, right? And it definitely comes out in different ways. People show their true feelings, like, when they're drunk, or when they're experiencing a close death in a family or within their friend circle, right? Because people start to have that wake-up call sometimes that pushes them to express themselves. And so I feel like there's going to be something in their life that kind of triggers that for them, to where they're just going to be a little bit more expressive of what they're feeling for you and not hold back as much. That's what I got for you. Look at that. Knight of Wands wanted to pop out. He's rushing in. Now he's also clumsy. So, you know, it will happen, but it might also be something that's kind of sporadic, and then it just like trickles down a little bit, and then it comes back again, and then it, you know, so it's like you got to get it. We want it in a space where it's consistent. Alrighty. Up next is, I believe, Cynthia. Hi, Cynthia. All right, let me go to your super chat. Oh, I like your super chat emoji that you use. It's super cute. Alrighty. You're welcome, Fashion Destination. Alrighty, Cynthia, I would like to know about my love life, future spouse, if there's time or advice for angel. Thanks in advance. I hope everyone's... Aw, I hope you're having a good start to the year, too. You can put your name on the screen. Alright, this is for Cynthia. Alright, let me go back to your question. Alright, you want to know about your love life's future spouse. We got the Goddess of Swords, which is the Queen of Swords, the Five of Wands, and then the Empress. And then I'll get you one of my romance cards. So I feel like in terms of like your love life and just future spouse, it's just saying the less you resist, the less you fight, spirit, the universe, God, when it comes to romance coming into your life, the easier it shows up. There's this energy of like, you know, not feeling as if it's unattainable at times, not feeling defeated. Obviously easier said than done, but you know, allowing yourself to get excited about it, about romance, about love, about your future spouse, and know that it is here for you and it's destined for you. The Empress card is here. So this just shows you like, you know, you're destined to be, you know, a spouse. You're destined to grow a family with this person, build a future with them, however you choose to do that, right? We have safe space. There's nothing like being able to let your guard down and know that you're protected by your partner's love, building a future there. This one is a keeper. Your love life is ascending to the next level. Slow down. Just because we want something so bad doesn't mean we have to rush into it. Take a moment to walk or to talk with your partner or self to reflect on what's best. You know, sexual healing, sexual energy can be used to reconnect. So definitely showing you here that it's important to kind of just slow down and just allow the energy of this love that wants to come in, your future spouse energy, to come in and just be receptive to it. You know, open up that divine feminine chakra, that sacral chakra, really tap into that energy and heal any areas of you that might be resistant to love, that might be afraid of it. At times we can say like we really want something, but there could be a fear too behind it. So making sure that the intentions of, you know, that you want with this person are authentic and they are rooted in love. They're rooted in, you know, excitement and gratitude and harmony and peace and all of that stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much what they have to say in terms of like, you know, your life and like the partner. And know that too, this person, your future spouse, will be someone that you truly can feel safe with and will be a phenomenal provider, or something else that I picked up with the cards as well. Alrighty. I hope that resonated with you. All right, up next is Secrets Beyond the Tarot. I'm gonna just copy and paste your name so I don't have to type it in the slides. Oops. I don't know why, but it feels like my computer does not hold a charge anymore as much as it used to, which is really weird. So I got this computer like 4 years ago. All right, let me pull up your question. All right, number one, what's getting ready to happen in Jay's and I relationship in February? Let's see. Ooh, we have fallen in love. The feeling of falling in love is one of a kind. Know that it is safe for you to be in love. Explore. Take a ride and explore new scenery in each other's inner thoughts. Sweet songs. Soulmates often use music and songs as telepathic aid in order to share spiritual messages and emotions with each other. And then I'm actually going to get you one card from this other oracle deck as well. Ooh, we have number 24, romance. Look at that. So it definitely seems like there's going to be some positive movement in your connection, in your relationship with this person. I think that there's this need for you all to kind of do something out of the ordinary, do something a little bit more fun to allow this connection to feel a little more lighthearted at times. So taking that ride, exploring new scenery in each other's inner thoughts. So, doing something fun, like doing like a activity type of date, or doing something at home that's a little bit different than what you normally do. Like I know I see it on Instagram sometimes, they have like the paint and sips, or the paint, like you have the paint and sips. They have like the paint and sips for couples where, like, if it's a couple, like a famous couple, like one person has like the male and then the other person has the female, or the masculine or the feminine. And so that could be something y'all do at home. And it's really, you just put the colors based on the numbers that's like labeled on the painting. You could do something like that. You can be creative in a sense, as well. I feel like with the sweet song, there is something about like y'all kind of going back to the beginning. What's like y'all favorite song together? Whether if it's something it's hype music or if it's a slow love song, like using that energy and that song to kind of reconnect you all. It does seem like February would be very romantic for you all too. So, Valentine's Day is in February. If you do celebrate that, that might be a time where you all kind of reconnect a little bit more, as well. They might offer, to get you a bouquet of roses and take you out to dinner, or like, do something romantic, depending on the situation and circumstances. But there's definitely this energy surrounded by just love. And there might even be some, sexual healing from there too. So I see that for you all in February. So fingers crossed, it works out. Next, we have what's causing the blockages in our communication at this time. We have forgive and heal. As you forgive and heal, your love life becomes brighter and healthier. Let's see what else. We have law of attraction. We attract what we are. Use the law of attraction to manifest your perfect match by being the perfect match to yourself first. And then this one wanted to fall out as well. Disharmony. There seems to be some disconnect. Use this time to address any issues to restore the harmony in this relationship. So it seems like there could be this energy of like where it might be both of your interferers are pushing out, and this is how it comes out, right? And this could be previous thoughts, and it's just kind of trickling down now. So that's why you're experiencing it. Or this is current energy that you're feeling, and this is why there's this hiccup. So I do feel that there's a need to kind of reflect on what thoughts have you been thinking and believing and feeling that may have contributed to this this disconnect, or this, this communication is disconnection in a sense. And it's not to say like, oh, you're the blame or they're the blame solely. It's more so like sometimes we can project what we fear and what we're not wanting into our realities, and then that's how things kind of play out, right? Because our realities will mirror what we feel in the inside or what we think in the inside, whether that's previously or currently. Let's see what else we get. I also feel like too, there's this energy of like someone or both of you needing to kind of heal and forgive from people of the past as well, which kind of plays out here. We have quality time, number 12, so there might be a need for you all to spend more time together, right? And maybe there needs to be more face-to-face conversations if it's always been on text or, via video chats and stuff. Sometimes it's easier to misinterpret something via text or when you're not in person versus actually being in person with the individual and seeing the emotions, seeing the facial expressions and the body language as well, because that tells a lot. So funny because when I saw it, I was like, oh, detachment, and then I shuffled and here it is. Number 34, detachment, and number 15, manipulation. There could also be this energy where it is the fears that are manipulating what you all are feeling and thinking, and that's causing this disharmony with you. And there's this energy of like, the key here will solve that, obviously open the door to the solutions, but you have to use it, right? And so sometimes we have to go within to figure out what is the issue here, what is causing this, and in what ways can I show up differently for myself and help not allow this show in my 3D as much, right? So in terms of the relationship, let's say, for example, let's say there's a couple, the girl is like, she feels that she's gaining weight and she's feeling like, you know what, my partner's not going to be attracted to me as much because I'm gaining more weight, right? And so they may have never said anything about it. They don't think it's a problem at all. They actually are very attracted to it. But what's going to happen is they're going to feel that energy of her feeling some type of way about her weight gain. And at some point it is going to reflect in that person's actions, whether they do become distant, right? And it's not because they weren't attracted to her anymore. It was more so her energy is causing that, so it's going to naturally kind of mirror it. So being mindful like what things you're thinking and what thoughts you're having, and if that interferes or if that affects how this person does show up as well. Sorry. Okay. And then your third question is he more interested in being with someone else? All right, my computer is about to die. Let me put it on the charger. Give me 1 second. Okay. So you want to know if they're interested in somebody else. It's so funny because before I even pulled the cards for that question, Spirit was like, stop thinking like that. Like I'm hearing Spirit say like, stop thinking like that. So in the sense of, how do I word this? It's the level of, I'm gonna get the cards and I'm gonna see if that helps like me figure out what I'm trying to say. Here we go. Perfect. Exactly. See, I knew spirit was going to come through. So we got number 31, codependency, and then number 1, know your worth. And I'm going to read what this says on here. It says, safe deposit apartment, me, myself, and I, value priceless. Basically, what I was trying to say is that spirit is saying that shouldn't be a question because you know your worth and your value. So it's like, I'm not going to even entertain the thought of potentially this person potentially being interested in somebody else because I know my worth and my value. So if they show up in a way where they're trying to pursue somebody else, I know that I can let that go and I'm not going to sweat it because I know that I'm worth someone that will respect me, that will be only interested in me romantically. And it's like you don't even have that thought. Like it doesn't even come to mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this applies to all areas in life. Like when it comes to money, right? You have some people who will just always think they're never going to have enough. They're going to be broke. It's their paycheck to paycheck type of thing. And then you have people that's like, they're like, you know what? I'm gonna always have money. I might not know how I'm gonna get it all the time, but I'm always have it. And there's that level of confidence. So when you have that level of confidence of knowing your worth and who you are and how amazing you are, it literally, it would never hold you. You would never be tied to anybody or anything that does not match the way that you view yourself, if that makes sense, right? Because you get to a point where you don't even entertain the thought like that, and it's nothing wrong. Like it's natural to have that type of question and that type of thought, right? Because you're curious, but it's also, it comes from a fear too. When we think of like, oh, well, if this happens, then you know, what does that mean? It's like it's a root of a fear in there. So like knowing that you are enough and that when you know that you're enough and you really believe that and trust that and know it to the point where you just block out anything that does not match that. And this card just came out, the Ace of Pentacles, like you you are everything basically. And so I feel like in terms of them trying to answer this question, like is he interested in anybody else, they're just telling you like we're not going to even answer the question in terms of a yes or a no. It's more so focusing on you, know your worth, and let that be the answer. So like reflect on that a little bit more because I promise you when you really tap into that energy and lock into it, it hits you differently, and then you really start to understand like, oh, I don't even worry about the small shit anymore because it's like, you know, if something were to happen where somebody messes up with me, it's like you lost me. I'm not gonna sweat it. You lost me. I'm the prize. I'm the blessing. It's a gift for me to be in your life. You know, and people can say that's coming off conceited or cocky, but it's like, no, when you really know your worth and your value, you don't sweat the small stuff. You don't sweat when people mishandle you, right? So that's how they want to answer that question. So if you were looking for a direct yes or no, Spirit is like, this is the answer that we're going to give you. Don't shoot the messenger. So I hope that resonated with you. Alrighty. Up next is, I think you have, let me see. I think you get the spirit, not the spirit, what do you call it? Love notes. And I think you have the pendulum questions too, right? I think you did 15B. Is that right? Secrets of the Tarot. I'm just looking at all these messages. Sorry. That's exciting. You're having twins. I'm sorry you all haven't been in contact though. Yeah, that makes sense though, because like, you know, and plus too, with you being pregnant, you you know, your hormones, like that's influencing a lot of the thinking and, you know, the emotions. Hold on one second. Oh, sorry. Okay, what's your pendulum question? And then I'll do the love notes for you. I'll do the love notes for you now, actually. Alrighty, Amantha, I'll add you back to the list. All right, we have I'm so lost right now. I'm confused. My heart is yearning for you. True love is hard to find, but I found it with you. I wish things were different between us. Oops. I have my computer behind me, so I'm like trying to see if I see your pendulum question. Okay. Will Jay come around before the twins are born? Okay. I'll ask that in a second. We have I'm really sorry about everything. We have I'm not ready to settle down. We have I've been thinking about how I can fix things between us. The thought of you with someone else drives me insane. I need to own up where I fell short in this relationship. And then let's get one more. We have I can't stop thinking about you. You were always in my dreams. And at the bottom of the deck is maybe we are better off separated. I feel like that has, it's not necessarily saying like y'all not being together, more so it's like I'm hearing their higher self say like, so even though the distance right now is annoying and frustrating and hard, maybe there is some type of beauty in it for like a little bit of the time where you're not as stressed. I don't know how to word it, so I'm trying to think. So let's say when y'all together, y'all always arguing, right? So if you're always arguing, that's stressful. That adds more stress to you and the babies. But if you're not in communication as much, obviously you're still missing them and wanting them to be around, of course. But it might alleviate some of the stress because you're not having that day-to-day argument, if that makes sense. So, using this time to connect with the people in your life that do love you and that are trying to be supportive and that want to be there for you, and building community with those folks and strengthening those connections more and more, and finding other ways to relax yourself, ease your mind, right? And then their energy comes around to where they're a little bit more peaceful, right? They're a little bit more flexible. They're more supportive. I feel that this person gives off this energy where they're struggling with their personal identity is what I'm picking up here. And I think with the babies being in the picture now, it's adding even more challenges for them, because now it's like, well, who am I? And it's like, damn, well, who am I when I had these kids? 'Cause you always hear people the same when women lose themselves when they have kids. So it's like this person's kind of already lost and they're trying to figure out who they are. Now, of course, that's not your problem because that's what they got to figure out. But they shouldn't, distance themselves and act a certain way because of that. And so I feel like as they start to get better and figure out more of who they are and try to be a better man, they show up better in terms of like, being a parent and being a partner to you. I see, some potential with this person. It does seem like they got a good amount of work to do, but it's not impossible. And then your pendulum was, will Jay come around before the twins are born? Okay, let's see. All right. Will Jay come around before the twins are born? Will Jay come around before the twins are born? Okay. When I saw it, it was moving towards yes, but then it just jumped. It stopped. So I'm just going to take it as that. The answer is yes. They will. Oops. Okay. That was heavy energy. as well. So I would definitely recommend doing a nice cleansing bath. If you can use pink Himalayan salt, some type of salt, if you have it available. It will be very helpful for you, especially with you carrying, the children and already kind of picking up on the different stress that you're experiencing. And right, the babies, they feel it too. So you want to make sure you can distress as much as you can, okay? But I do wish you a healthy pregnancy and a joyous pregnancy too. Alrighty, I'm here. I'm just moving back and forth with the computer because it's on a charger. Okay, up next is, I think, Jenna. Let me see. Yep, Jenna, Eva, Bianca, and then I think Arminta, and that'll be it for the night. Oh, Brittany, I gotta add Brittany, sorry. Brittany, and then Arminta. And if I'm missing anybody, let me know. Alrighty, Jenna. You're welcome, Secrets Beyond the Tarot. All right, Jenna, let me get the question. Um, you can, let me see, did you put them in your, I don't know if you did PayPal, because usually people put them in their PayPal notes. But if you didn't, that's fine. You could just put it in the chat. Yeah, you can put your pendulum questions in the chat. Yep, whenever you use PayPal, you can just put them in the PayPal notes because one is easier because then, you don't have like I don't think there's a character limit for the PayPal notes, which is nice versus Super Chat. I think they only give like 160 characters maybe or so. But yeah, feel free to put your pendulum questions in the chat. And then I'll just start with the Twin Flame Journey reading, since that doesn't need questions. Alrighty. Oh, you already got the pendulum questions. Okay, perfect. So I'll do that. So first one, will my twin flame sun and I hit it off when I meet him? Let's see. Okay, sounds good. All right, will her and her twin flames son hit it off nicely when she meets them? Will her and her twin flame son hit it off when she meets them? We got a yes. All right, second question. You said you're still typing. Excuse me. Okay. Will my twin flames parents react well when we're ready to make our connection official? All right. Will your twins' parents react well when you all decide to share and make your connection official? Will they react well when you all decide to share and make it official? Yep. You got a yes? You got a yes. All right. On to the reading. All right, backstories. 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 It's a lot of cards. All right, we got the Ace of Chalices, the Three of Chalices, the Princess of Swords, and then the Tower. I don't know why I get Cinderella vibes with this. So you remember how Cinderella had her stepsisters, her wicked stepsisters, and when she met Prince Charming, you know, and then lost her slipper, they couldn't believe, or when she was getting ready for the ball, she had this beautiful dress and looked stunning, and then there were haters and ripped her dress up and, you know, made her feel like she wasn't pretty enough, right? Or great enough, or worthy enough either. And so I feel like that might have been the case here with you all, where you, in this lifetime, you had an interest in your twin. So it might actually be very similar to how the Cinderella story is. You're in this family, don't feel like you really belong, kind of like the outsider. You know, you feel this connection with this person, and then they kind of sense it, they feel it, and they're haters, so they try to discourage you, tear you down, lock you up in a sense, right? But you know that there's more out there in the world. You know that there's more to the world, and so I felt like your twin kind of like frees you from that family. You know, we have the stars here because they saw your true beauty. They saw the light within you, and that you were just different. You were a natural born star. You were someone that didn't belong in that type of environment. So they freed you from there. Is what I pick up in terms of this particular past life backstory. This one is pretty straightforward. Like, usually they, you know, the stories are a little bit more complex and deeply rooted in a whole bunch of issues. But I feel like in this particular case, this particular past life, that's what it was, just like literally like a Cinderella story where, you know, you were in this environment that wasn't the best, and then you met your Prince Charming, you met your twin, and then it was like boom, freedom, basically. Yeah, that was very. I'm very surprised of how straightforward that is. You know, that's what I'm picking up. Okay. Then the next part is current energy and blockages. Bottom of the deck was the Two of Swords. They may have to like fight for you too. Somebody didn't want to give you up, so they had to fight for you. Interesting. Like maybe like the stepmother or the stepfather, whoever was the leader of the family. All right, current energies, blockages. Wow. The same cards came right back out. Wow, the two cards that I just talked about came out. Very interesting. A part of me wants to just put these cards back because I'm like, bro, these were the same cards from the first reading. But I feel like they was very intentional as they came out. So I feel like in terms of just current energy and current blockages, it's like it seems like elements of that past life kind of play out in this lifetime. Now it might not be necessarily you are in this family now where it's like that, but there are certain elements of it where the sense of belonging, but also knowing that it's okay to be different and knowing your worth and your value to where it doesn't matter what other people think, what the haters say, but let's say you date, like for example, let's say someone's interested in dating someone that's famous and the people around them like, oh, you sure you want to date that person? They're famous. You know how those famous people are. It's like they're planting those seeds in that person's head to make them fearful when it's like, no, I'm not going to listen to y'all. I'm going to expect the best and know that I deserve the best and I'm going to get the best regardless of the situation. So, however long that lasts or however long it is. So I feel like in this particular case, the blockage just might be, stepping away from people who don't truly, genuinely want to celebrate your success and love. And in like, the just the greatness of it, right? Because think about it, there are people out here who like it when other people are miserable just like them. But then the moment that something, picks up for them, it's like, ooh, you sure you want to do that? You sure that's okay? You sure that makes sense? They try to keep you, stuck. So I feel like making sure you're not in those situations as well too. They're also, I feel like in this particular lifetime too, there's this other energy that this twin is fighting for your heart. It could be a karmic, like this is like a spiritual fight that I'm feeling, them wanting to be with you. It's like the karmic is like, no, it is I, you know. When I split, or when I was getting ready to shuffle, the bottom of the deck was the King of Swords. And remember how I said like it's like a parent of the past life where it's like, they're in charge and your twin has to fight that person. It's something about there's another fight in this particular how do I word this? It's kind of recycling again. That's what I'm picking up here for like the blockages. Like it might not be the exact same way how it was in the past life, but it's very similar, right? It shows up in a different way here. That's just crazy how all of those cards came out. Mind you, I didn't have to show you the two cards that were at the bottom of the deck, you know. Alrighty. And then the next part of your reading is I think it's the potential outcomes part. So let's see what we get from that. Potential outcomes. Potential outcomes. The Nine of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Empress. When this card came out, wow. So bottom of the deck, Five of Wands. When this card came out, I heard Spirit say, "Go to war." So it's like a fight for you. And notice how like there's a sword in the middle. There's two owls on the sword, and then it's like I'm hearing like and this is you. You are the Empress. You are this goddess. You are the one that they're fighting for, and that your twin will be fighting for. So once again, there's this energy of like your twin has to fight somebody in this lifetime to be with you. Not saying it's a physical fight, but more so there's something that there's a combative energy that they're going against in order to have you, in order to be with you. And now it's not saying like it's something that they will struggle with, but more so there's a strong energy like that. There is a fight that they have to put up in order to be with you. in this particular lifetime. Let's get one of these cards. I'm curious to see what comes out. Potential outcomes. Deception and lies. Very interesting, because consider the Nine of Wands is, in this particular case, the scarecrow. Like, he's putting up something that's supposed to be scary, you know, as if it's like a person, but it's not. Ooh, we have the groom. Then we have the partner in crime. So there definitely seems to be, you know, a beautiful outcome for you two once they win this fight. The groom is about marriage too, right? He's walking to his bride to get married. So there is that progress of that. And then also too, the Empress is, you know, a wife. She is a mother, right? I feel like with the partner in crime, this is like this energy of, you know, that's what you guys are. Your partners in crime. I'm going to read it from my booklet, what I wrote for partner in crime. Confidant, ride or die, loyalty through the good and the bad. So it's like, regardless of what they have to do, they will fight for you. They will fight for your heart. And you can trust them. Okay. Now let's get you some love notes. Now I don't have the other ones over here, so I'll use these. Let's see what we get. Okay. We have, oh, you were my Two of Cups. You were my soulmate. I don't know why I let you go. I dropped the card on the floor. Let me see if I can reach it. Okay. Uh-oh. Now I'm dropping something else on the floor. Alrighty. I'm learning to open my heart. I see my future when I look into your eyes. Oh, we belong together. I'm not ready to settle down. I need to own up where I fell short in this relationship. Let's see what else we have. What else? What else? Ooh, guess what card came out? My twin flame, my love. Look at that. Let's see what else we get. Please forgive me. Oh, I'm realizing your love was holding me together. I feel like with this card, I'm not ready to settle down. Let's see what that means to them at this time. Oh, look at that, Two of Cups. Maybe that was an older energy, right? Maybe that was something that they felt in the beginning. They're like, please forgive me. Why on earth would I say that? You know, people say the craziest things sometimes when they mean the complete opposite. Trust me. This is coming from a live example. And witness to people doing these type of things. But yeah, this is what I got for you, Jenna. I hope it resonated with you. I hope you enjoyed your reading. All right, now I'm going back to my computer. I probably missed so many messages. Oh my goodness, I missed so much. Oh wow, I'm glad there's a lot of alignment here with the reading. That's awesome. Well, fantastic. You are so welcome, my love. Alrighty, up next is Eva. I'm going to say Eva the Diva. All right, Eva, if you're here, let me know. And I think you sent a PayPal. So if your question's in there, that's actually perfect. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get some water and I'll be back. Okay. I'm still waiting for it to load, but Eva, you are up next. Let me see. Eva. All right, how do men view you? All right, this is for Eva. You can put your name on the screen in case you're not here right now. Okay. So, how do men view you? Well, those are a lot of cards. Let me see if I can grab them. Okay. All right, how do men view you? So we got the King of Chalices, we got the Seven of Swords, we got the Six of Wands, we got the Judgment card. I feel like men view you as someone that's actually kind of seductive in a sense, very alluring. They, when you talk to men as you're getting to know them, they see you as someone that's like kind of successful, smart, kind of, well put together. It's something that I pick up as well. I do get that men just honestly are very attractive to you. So it's something about your energy that's very captivating and alluring to them. Um, like I can't. It's like you're a siren in a sense. If you're familiar with what about of sirens, um, it's something that I pick up. Like men can be out with, other with their woman or someone. They just kind of just look at you. They just become intrigued by you. We have the Queen of Cups and then we have the Six of Swords. Look at that. You have the counterparts here. I feel like men, they see you like physically, they're like, wow, she looks very attractive. I could definitely see myself like dating someone that looks like that. Also, too, like I said, as you're getting to know people, these guys, they can see themselves, they see characteristics in you that they want in their partner, their long term partner, right? So like you can meet a phenomenal person, but like it doesn't work out. It's like you're not compatible in that sense. So it's like they see great traits in you that they want in their wife, right? I'm also seeing that there's this energy of like you just having like a very beautiful smile. Like facially, you are a lot of men's type. Like how they like the features on your like the facial features and your style is something that I pick up too. But yeah, you're definitely a showstopper to men, for sure. But that's what I got for you, Eva. I hope that resonated with you. Alrighty, and then up next is Bianca. Oh, your picture is so cute on your Cash App, Bianca. Alright, let me put your name on the screen. Ooh, we have passion, number 9. Passion. Let's see what else we get. So these are your messages from your higher self and ancestors. I'm going to give you like a couple of these cards and I'm going to actually get you the ancestral messages in a second. Let's see what else. Oh, wow. We have number 2, soulmate recognition. So maybe one of the biggest message here for you when it comes to love is that you will experience a lot of passion and you will experience moments where you are connecting with your soulmates romantically and physically. I get that your ancestors are always also wanting to say to like never lose your hope and your faith when it comes to love and romance. Like continue to know that it exists and that just because you experience somebody and it doesn't, last forever, doesn't mean that, it wasn't worth it or it was pointless, right? Like you can have an amazing year with somebody that you're dating and then it gets you a step closer to the one that you're going to be with long term forever, right? So that's something that I'm picking up here with the ancestral messages. Apparently they want me to use different cards for you, so we will do that and just kind of channel their messages through that. Hello, little Rula. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So how it goes, you check the description box and you pick out a reading that you want, and then you can either Cash App, um, Super Chat, and PayPal. We have number 36, Power Lines Energy. Oh, we have number 10, Coins Good Luck. This is really nice. So, the additional ancestral messages that we have for you are, really connecting to, your spirit guides, your ancestors more often. They're wanting to connect with you more. Also, to channeling your energy to self a little bit more, so not pouring so much out to the world with other people all the time, like making sure that you're spending time with yourself and keeping energy for yourself. With the good luck coins, money coming in, more money, no one's mad at more money, right? So more money will start flowing into your life. You're going to start getting it in ways where it's subtle, and then you're gonna get it in ways where it's like really noticeable. And I always tell people, like, when it comes to money blessings and money work and stuff like that, never limit how you receive it, right? It could literally be you getting a free dinner one day. Like you go to a restaurant and they're like, oh, you don't have to pay, you're fine. And this, once again, this is coming from somebody that experiences a lot of free stuff in life. I'm talking about in ways you couldn't even imagine, you know. But I don't limit the way that money shows up for me. It can come into direct deposit, or it can come into business. It can literally just be someone saying, I'm going to buy your dinner for you today. I'm going to give you this gift card for $50 just because we made a mistake, you know. So little things like that. And like one of my best friends, she would tell you, like, she's never surprised when I'm saying, like, oh, guess what I got free today? She's like, this is your life. This always happens to you. Like, there's been moments where, like, I've gone to the store and I'm like, man, I forgot my wallet. Let me go out and go get my wallet. Oh, no, ma'am, it's fine. Well, it's fine. Just take it. Like, wait, no, this is your business. I should be paying you, but it's the blessing of the abundance of, like, money coming to you, but also making sure you're giving that back into the universe and to other people in different ways, right? Paying it forward. So that's a message. Let's see. Let's see what else we get. What else? Ooh, we have number 8, love, heart. See, you have 3 cards here about love. So love must be significant for you right now. Like that might be an area that you're really trying to manifest strongly in. You've been calling on your ancestors, your guides a lot about this. Um, it's so funny. I hear like one of your ancestors has like a heavy accent. So interesting. Um, yeah, I hear like a very heavy accent. It's beautiful, you know. um, it's so funny. I'm laughing because the accent is heavy. Her what she's saying is funny too. She's like, "Ay, Dios mío, tell her about the guy." So there's some guy apparently. Maybe this is why we keep getting all these cards about love. But there is a guy here that you will encounter soon. Um, that just kind of, how do I word this? She wants me to get some other cards out, so I'll grab them in a second. But you know, he's he opens your heart up again to love. Like your heart's gonna be open when you meet him, but it's like he really opens it up even more. And let me grab these other cards that she wants me to get, and then I will get you another message. Okay. Alrighty. And usually when spirit is so like get these cards, get this deck, it's for a reason. So I'm curious to see what card comes out for you in terms of like the additional messages. These are tarot cards, but the messages that can come out. So we have the King of Pentacles. We have Justice. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. Abandano. So I feel like with this particular card, this could speak to why your guides, your ancestors are saying, don't give up on love, because maybe you felt there were times you were abandoned in love, right? And there's no need to be afraid to love again. There's no need to be afraid to try love again, right? Because oftentimes when we get sting in love, we're like, oh, I don't know if I should do this again, or if this is the thing that I want to pursue once more. And like, not being, it's so funny. I hear her saying you are afraid, but she's saying it in Spanish. I just keep hearing her say like miedo, miedo, miedo. So, letting that go. She seems to, this particular guide, she's very present in your life. You might feel her energy from time to time, but she's very present in your life. I feel like she wants you to talk more to her. I'm picking it up. I don't know if she used to wear. I hear like, it's like I get a visual of her in a sense too, of like what she will wear in terms of like her everyday life. Like I see like a La Cruz like around her neck. I don't know if she wore a cross or not, but I see that, where she had like a rosary or something with the cross. But I just see that, and so I feel like, and I'm looking at this, and this looks like a cross. It's very interesting. But I see that, and so I feel like she's saying, like, don't be afraid of love, and knowing that Spirit is guiding and helping you through this, right? So don't shoot yourself in the foot. Long story short, you know, confianza, like being confident in love and just being receptive to it. The King of Pentacles is someone that they put the energy and the effort into getting to this kingdom, right? That's why the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight, because he takes his time. He doesn't rush into it like the Knight of Wands. Takes his time, very intentional. And then also too, with the Justice, like the balance, right? And being at peace. So that is something that I pick up here. But yeah, these are the messages that I'm getting from your guides and your ancestors. It's so crazy how so much love came out, right? So that must be something that's really big in your mind right now. And Spirit is like, look, it's going to work out. And then we have the Emperor, father figure. So there might be two spirit guides. So that's what I have for you. Hope that resonated. You said, oh wow, you still have a rosary. That's so crazy. I'm like, I just saw a cross. Yeah, put yourself out there. Take your time. Ease into it. Just have fun. Just have fun. All right. It was a pleasure reading for you. Okay. Up next is, let me see. Let me go back. Brittany and then Arminta. Oh yeah, you do have a pendulum question. Okay, your pendulum question was, let me go back. Let's see. Okay, is Adrian the one? Thank you for reminding me. Oh man, I dropped the, oh, you know what? We're gonna use this one because the other one's too far away now. See, I think you said your, I think you said it was your grandmother. Your grandmother. She's like, Spanish only here, okay? You understand? Okay. All right. Is Adrian the one? Is Adrian the one? Is Adrian the one? Alrighty, so we got tal vez. So maybe. Maybe. It's not a solid no. It's not a solid yes. But maybe. Maybe she's like, you know, he shows me some things, you know. Maybe he'll get a different title to her. But as of now, she's like, maybe, you know. We'll see. Ooh, I'm gonna, you know what? You're gonna be the first person I use. So I bought this today from Dollar Tree. It has like different things on it. So let's just see what happens. Is Adrian the one? I'm gonna close my eyes and then we'll see what happens. Ooh, we got a thumbs up. Is it a thumbs up? I think it's a thumbs up. All right. So we shall see. I think that's a thumbs up. I received it as a thumbs up. So we're going to take it as that. All right. Okay. Up next is, I think Brittany I said. Thank you, Arminta. All right. Let me clear off my desk a little bit. Okay, I think I said Brittany was up next. Yep. Okay, Brittany, your question is, thank you for waiting. Also, general messages about things to come develop between now and the next 6 months, please. Thank you. All right. I don't know why, but it's, for some reason, the card is not sticking in here. Let's try it this way. There we go. Okay. Next 6 months. We got the Palm Destiny. We got, oh. I accidentally have these cards in the deck. But soulmate, recognition, and passion, I'm going to take them. Because clearly they are meant to be mixed up in this deck for some reason. We have Clouds, Distraction, and then Lotus, Enlightenment. So I feel like for the next 6 months, there's definitely going to be this period of where you're going to receive some clarity on some things, especially areas where, you know, you might have been a little bit confused or just not sure what was next. I feel like the distractions is more so mental, more than anything, like, you know, kind of overthinking overcompensating in different areas that you don't really need to do that in. It's something that I pick up as well. I do see with the soulmate and recognition and the passion card coming out, because they were mixed in with the deck, is that it just, that's how it happens. It kind of, it plays out while other things are happening in your life. So, yep, that's Crystal's banner Price of Love Oracle deck. I love her cards. I absolutely love her cards. I have her other deck too, the you know, whatever this one's called. I think it's like Signs of Time or something. But anyway, but you know the saying, like, love, how love happens when you least expect it. That's what I'm picking up here. It's like that's what happens for you when it comes to love. It's like it shows up when you least expect it. So maybe some things are a little chaotic in your life, or not saying that's the case, but it's like, you know, things are going wow, and then all of a sudden you meet your soulmate, or like you meet them at a time where it's just like, what? Right now? This is when I meet my soulmate? I'm literally at the grocery store in sweatpants and a ponytail, and you're telling me I just met my soulmate. Like, it catches you off guard just like that. I don't know why, but I'm channeling for you, Brittany, shower sex for some reason. Why? I don't know. That's what Spirit is saying. So maybe this is the person you explore that you know, vibe with at some point. If you're into it. What else? The next 6 months. You might get invited to something soon, like within the next month or so. It's like an event. It's a special event though. Kind of, you know, limited space type of vibe. But you're one of the ones that gets invited. So whether a friend invites you to it or you meet somebody that's like, hey, you know, I'm hosting this party next weekend. It's one of my friends, you know, art gallery. Like, I'm just, you know, like it's something like that where, you know, it's, I don't say it's prestigious, but it's like, wow, okay, this is kind of cool. I've never done something like this before. That's what I pick up here. That's all they want to tell me. Okay. That's what I got for that. Ooh, I forgot to add this on the list for the menu. Like if you want a message from your best friends. I'll remember to do that next time. Remind me that. But yeah, that's what I got for you, Brittany. I'm so resonated. And then Arminta, you're next. Anything when it comes to the guy? We have Possibility Globe, number 31. Number 34 is Sunflower Action. Could be that. And then we have Clouds, Distractions, number 11. Bottom of the deck is Mirror Reflection. Didn't you get that card? No. I don't know. Somebody got that card today because I remember I said, you said the shot. Yeah, you know, it kind of threw me off too, Brittany. But Spirit was like, we gonna share it and let her know. See, Spirit wants you to have a good time too. You know, they're not, you know, prunes. They want you to experience a great time. Okay. But in terms of, you know, homie, it does seem like there's some possibilities of like different, how do I word this? Upcoming interactions that you experience with one another these next couple of months. There might be talks about a mini weekend trip or a getaway at some point, travel in a sense. I feel like the distractions piece is something that when you experience it, you might not be experiencing too much right now, but when it's showing up, that inner reflection, right? The inner reflection is essential here. I don't know why I hear the phrase tattoo of a sunflower. I don't know if you have a tattoo of a sunflower. I know you have a lot of tattoos, but I don't know if you have a tattoo of a sunflower or not, or if that's something of interest. But I'm hearing that, and I don't know why that's coming out when we're talking about the guy. Oh wow, we got number 22, Yin Yang. Interesting. Let's see what else we get. Number 53, Magician in the Mirror. Let's get one more. Oh, that's funny because when the Magician in the Mirror came out, when the deck split, this was the card that was at one of the ends, and then it still came out later. Carrying connections. So I feel that there's this energy of like where they might feel like there's a split right now, because there might be a little disconnect or disharmony. But with the yin yang and the carrying connections, it's like the spirit is trying to get y'all back into that alignment once again. So there might be this energy of like needing to kind of reflect on how things are going, you know, internally within you, but also too within the connection. Is there something like what do you want what do you want to see differently at this time, right? In what ways? How do I like just basically what would you want to see differently at this time? Because I feel like there's this energy of like reflection here for the mirror. I feel like you were the one that got that card, because I know somebody got it today, because I was like, I don't think that card ever came out before. So I want to say it was you. Patient 16. Yeah, there's this energy of like kind of needing to pause. Maybe it was you, because I feel like it was something about like slowing down, taking a pause, taking a break or something like that, or doing inner work, reflecting. So maybe if there is a disconnect with you all at this time, it's because this is the season where you need to take this pause period to just do this mental check-in as well. And sometimes things have to be kind of stripped away, or things are a little bit rocky for us to have that period of reflection. But do remember that we are still in post shadow period of Mercury retrograde, and y'all know Mercury retrograde be doing things, you know, with technology, travel and relationships and all kind of things, right? So this could be the season where Mercury retrograde, which is really interfering with the connection, and it was causing some, you know, imbalance in a sense. But it doesn't mean that it always has to be like this. Like they're saying that there's multiple possibilities of how this can shift and how it can change for you all, especially if there were some distraction or there were some mental blockages that interfered with things. Because also too, Mercury retrograde will cause you to think about things from the past, or, you know, kind of trigger you in a sense, because it needs you to clear out things, right? To kind of restructure your thinking and what you're currently working with. So that's what I got. It was a lot. So hopefully something resonated. You said, oh, okay, you did get that card earlier. I'm like, I feel like it was you. I feel like you had something else too that talked about like patience, or like, you know, kind of slowing down too. Oh, it's funny. We got heart, love. So yeah, love, it will work out. Take it easy. Take it easy. It's all about the journey. All right. So that's what I got for you. I'm going to get you a best friend card, then I'm going to be done. I don't know why, but I just want to get a card. What does Arminta's best friend have to say to her at this time? All right, so we have, don't ever let anyone try to dim your light. Remember that we are besties for life. And then, I will always protect and honor your name in private and public spaces. So those were your messages from your best friend at this time. Alrighty. Hope that resonated with you. Alrighty, folks. That concludes our live for tonight. Hope everybody had a good night. Thank you all for tuning in, stopping by, being supportive. Thanks for the likes and all the things. I wish you all the best. And I'll be back soon with more videos and more lives. Thank you all for being patient too over the past week or so. Alrighty, everybody. Love you. You're welcome. I just like